Now to Georgia and the latest developments in a fatal shooting we have been following. Police have arrested and charged two white men for the killing of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery, an unarmed black man who was shot while jogging in his neighborhood back in February. Last night's arrests come after a recent outpouring of national outrage. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca is following this case, and he is joining us now to talk about this. All right, Omar, so the news that you reported late last night, the father and son duo, they have been charged. What have they been charged with, and how are they responding?
They have been charged, Vlad, with murder and aggravated assault. Now, some people are wondering why the aggravated assault. And the way it was explained to us by an attorney is that aggravated assault is a felony, and if there's murder in the charge while committing a felony, that kind of steps the charges up there in the state of Georgia, because keep in mind, murder charges vary state by state on how they worded and whatnot. But that apparently, from what we understand, is throwing the book at them. The way it was explained to us. So both of them have been charged with murder and aggravated assault. And interesting note, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations had a press conference that wrapped up just a few minutes ago saying that more arrests are possible. People are asking, what about the person who shot the video? What's going to happen to them? The director was kind of leaving things open, but said it's an open investigation. They're still looking into it, but more arrests are possible.
So that video that showed up online earlier, that really sort of led to the increased outrage and more awareness of what had happened. Where was that video before? Did police have it? Did attorneys have it?
That's kind of the million-dollar question, because it was apparently leaked. It wasn't really being held. It was leaked out, and it went to a small website in the area, like a radio station, I think it was. And people were wondering, okay, one, who shot it and who leaked it? Where did this come from? There was a flurry to kind of find out, and it was hard to kind of confirm. Well, there was an attorney who at one point had worked with McMichael, and he basically admitted that he is the one who leaked that video, and he said his reasoning was for absolute transparency in this case. He says he does not currently represent the McMichaels at all in any way, shape, or form, but felt that that was the thing to do in the community. That video obviously raised the profile of this case, not only nationally. Credit, not to pat ourselves on the back, but we've been covering this before that was released out, before that video came out talking to the mother. But that put it on an absolute, a different level. You had celebrities, sports stars, LeBron James, even had former Vice President Joe Biden commenting on it. Matter of fact, it has reached the White House. Today, Paula Reed reported that President Trump said that he had seen the video after yesterday saying he was going to be briefed on it. It says he has seen the video. And that he said, it was disturbing, and he said he trusts state authorities to take care of this. But that video, even though GBI said they don't listen to social media pressure or national media attention pressure, you have to think that this video obviously got a lot of voices speaking up.
Yeah, Omar, it's a good point that you make, although, as many black and brown people in this country know, things like this have happened in the past, and there hasn't been a video present. It is important that this video was present so that the world can see. And, you referenced the fact that celebrities and others, including the former Vice President Joe Biden, are commenting on this, including the President of the United States. Here's what LeBron James tweeted, which I think encapsulates what a lot of people feel right now. He tweeted, "Can't even go for a damn jog, man. Like, WTF? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, Ahmaud. Rest in paradise, and my prayers and blessings sent to the heavens above to your family." I think in that tweet, it sort of encapsulates how people are feeling right now. So I want to know from you, what are you hearing from the community, from his family? Because there have been some protests. There have even been hashtags around sort of run with Ahmaud.
You're absolutely right. And I talked to his mother before the video was released and afterward. And before she wanted to raise the profile of this case, and people were asking questions. How come nothing has been done? This incident happened February 23rd. I mean, we're talking almost 3 months ago. So people were wondering what was going on. How come there was, not anything being done in the legal community? It turned out that the first DA had to recuse herself. The second DA was forced to recuse. It made it to a third DA. 2 days after that video was released, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations is asked to get involved. They're handed the file. They do get involved, and an arrest happens. And today, during the press conference, Vic Reynolds, who's the director of the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, said, when he was asked about the video, he said, yes, it did see it. It was an important part of the investigation. He said, based on what the evidence that they have, he didn't mention which specific evidence, but he said, based on the evidence they have, he sees enough for the murder and the aggravated assault charge against Travis and Gregory McMichael. So obviously, that video had a large portion to play and also raised everybody's attention because they saw it. The person who has not seen it is Wanda Cooper Jones, who is Ahmaud's mother. When I talked to her about it, she said, I don't know if I'll ever watch it. She goes, I don't know if I'll ever have the emotional or spiritual strength to watch it, because she knows that the last moments of her son's life are being played out there. She had the video described to her, but she told me she cannot watch it.
Yeah, I mean, what mother would want to watch something like that? Omar, thank you so much. That whole hashtag Run with Ahmaud, that's because today is his birthday, and organizers have sort of put together a bit of a protest, but also a way to honor him. Obviously, people can't gather the way they could during other times, and so they're asking people to run, I think it's, Omar, 2.23 miles. I presume that's a similar distance to what he was running?
Well, no, that's actually the date, February 23rd, that the incident happened.
Of course.
So 2 February 23, the date. So they're running 2.23 miles. And they say they're still going to go on with this. And it's not just happening there in the Brunswick area or in the greater Georgia area in Atlanta. We're here in Dallas, and there's going to be a run here. So there's going to be some of these runs all across the country, and even some of the organizers have printed off running shirts. If you're not familiar with running shirts, sometimes they look like a bib that you run with, but they have with that hashtag on. So there's a large online movement. There's also going to be online protests and online groups meeting about this. Of course, with coronavirus, the social distancing, that's something people have to keep in mind when they're doing this, but they're doing this online and during this run.
Yeah, I've actually already seen people on my social media who've sort of incorporated their morning run into this, sort of taking a picture of how long they've run and, you know, putting the hashtag down there. So I think it's certainly growing beyond just the area where it happened and into something more of a national movement. Omar Villafranca, thank you so much for your reporting.
Thank you.